There we go. I think we're better now. How are we doing? Is that better? Are we good? Yeah, we're good. We're good. How are you doing? Sorry about that. No green screen today as well. I just thought we change it up a little bit. Yeah, bear with. I'm just gonna turn my chroma key off. There we go. How are we all doing, everybody? Hope you're well. My hair is not. We just recorded a new episode of the podcast out, by the way. So that should be out pretty much soon. I've already uploaded it. It's just a matter of waiting for Will to sort out the thumbnail and all that jazz. But yeah, how are we all doing, everybody? Pawn, Holloway / George. What's up, my guys? How are we doing? So today, how are we feeling? I think I'm feeling a 1-0, to be honest, or a 1-1, man. I'm not crazy about it. But yeah, we talked all things like on the podcast, 303, all the Pereira business, Jiri Parashko. We were going to talk about creative stuff, but we ended up just talking about 303 for ages. So it kind of just ran over. We didn't bother. Predator, what's up, my guy? How are you, my boy? Sorry, yeah, you'll hear me good? Sorry. This cable's so sensitive, so if I fuck shit up, sometimes my sound just might cut. And again, that's my fault. I need to get that sorted out. But I hope everyone's doing good, having a good morning, night, afternoon. Wherever you're at in the world, I hope you're chilling. But yeah, I am. Let me actually check that real quick. Also, speaking of the podcast channel, it's on 99 subscribers. So if you aren't subscribed to the podcast channel, why don't you just hit that little button and we can get that to 100 subscribers. That would be pretty nice. Sweepstakes just got mudded. Poland and they lost. Yeah, I'm doing mine today. We're like late on it. I'm going somewhere to go and watch the game, and we're doing it today. So I don't know who I'm gonna get. Oh. Damn, yeah, people aren't I need to get the community post right out. Damn, yeah, people aren't used to my early streams. I just realized I'm getting way less people in the stream today at the start because I'm streaming earlier than I usually do. Apologies for that, but realistically, I'm not missing the football, man. It's the Euros, which is a big fucking deal. Let me just get the community post rolled out. Okay, sweet one. That is done and dusted. Beautiful. Alex has to become triple champ to be the GOAT. Middleweight GOAT is Silva. Who? Oh, Silva. And like heavyweight GOAT is Jones, and those are insane win streaks. Only way you can top these three belts. We actually discussed this on the pod today about the GOAT. I proposed the question. I was like, if he wins this Saturday, does Pereira become the GOAT, right? Like, not the GOAT, sorry. That wasn't the question. Does he beat Adesanya? Does he become... Is he higher than Adesanya in the GOAT rankings? I was sort of torn on it. And Will said, yeah. I'm pretty torn on it. It really depends on what you value more. What do you always want to talk about 303 probably? But you hit me with the questions. I'll give you answers. Did I watch the Tank Davis fight? No, I did not. I don't like that guy. He's a good boxer, though. Hang on, I'm just going to shut my window because people on my road can hear me and shit. There we go. Yeah, I mean... Listen, Tank Davis is incredible. 30-0 now, if I'm not mistaken, right? He's one of the best for a reason, but he's not a very good human being. Fuck it, let's get the green screen up. Sweet. Is that blocking? Can you guys see? Yeah, we're good. Okay, hang on a minute. Okay, yeah, I readjusted my chroma key. Oh, we're disappearing. No, a little bit more. There you go. Yeah, I readjusted my chroma key values, so they looked all fucked up there for a minute. Pozatan versus Yuri. What the hell? 2 is what happens happening. Yeah, I'm excited. Listen. I would rather McGregor Chandler. Realistically, I'm always for different matchups over rematches, personally. But hey, I can't complain. It's a great fight. The first fight was great, and it was actually very competitive and close up until the knockout. So go either way. Higher than Adesanya for sure, because he continues to have success at light heavyweight, whereas he couldn't. I don't know. I know people value the 2-weight champion, but he's got one title defense. He could have 2 come 2 weeks' time. But listen, one title defense compared to how many did he have? 5, 6? How many was it, real quick? I don't know how many it was. Let's pray for the fools begging for a 27k refund. They'll get one. There's no way they wouldn't do that. It's a bit unfair. Would you have custom shorts, and will Alex keep his? Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm always so intrigued about whether Alex will keep his shorts. I don't know. I'm going to assume he will, because it'd be a bit weird just not to. I don't know. Whitaker versus Ikram. Whitaker by 1-2 head kick. Nah, I think Ikram's going to put him away. And I love Robert Whittaker. I really hope he gets it done. But for me, Ikram is... I know he's on short notice, but Alice Gerov is very, very good. And I think he might chin Whittaker, to be honest with you. I hope I'm wrong, though. I hope Whittaker gets it done more than anything. It's one of those fights where I would love to be proven wrong. But I got to go in my brain there. Whittaker by decision? Nah. I don't think... I think Whittaker would have to put him away, I think. I don't know. Who knows, man? Honestly, it's such a hard matchup to call, realistically. When you look at it, just like... We haven't seen a lot of Ikram. A huge amount. And obviously, the short camp is adding an extra factor, and there's loads of things. Bobby wants your head kick title win is what we all want in life. Oh, mate, that combo, when he was just throwing it over and over against... Was it Gastelum? Mate, what a performance. That run Whittaker went on... Bro, he was just destroying everybody that wasn't Adesanya, right? Legit, one of my favorite fighters. I love his podcast as well. MM Arcade, man. I've said it before on here. In fact, surely a new... I don't even know a new episode of that has actually dropped. He probably hasn't done one because he's right at the end of his camp. Yeah, hasn't been one in 2 weeks. So I assume they'll do one soon, but it makes sense. In fact, we might get one today. Who knows? I doubt it, though. I'm sure he's busy, hard at work. Man only want one thing and it's disgusting. Why couldn't Dustin be champ? Yeah, I know, man. Listen, I think I wasn't too distraught about it because I'd set my expectations up fairly beforehand. I wasn't deluded into saying that Makhachev was going to lose. In fact, I didn't think it would be anywhere near as close as it was. So, if anything, I came out of that fight at 302 feeling pretty happy. I was pretty content all in all. Yeah, a bit sad Pereira didn't get the belt, but he was a champion at the end of the day. He was. You can't take that away from him. He's got a belt in his house, sitting there on his mantelpiece, I'm sure. So, listen, it could be a lot worse. You know, many of fighters have done a lot worse than he has. And let's be honest, he's going to be in the Hall of Fame pretty soon. So, did you see Chimaev was considering retirement? Yeah, I don't know how credible that is. I saw a couple of reports saying that, but nothing from him himself or from his camp. So, that coffee's good. Yeah, I don't know, right? I mean, who else was flirting with that idea a while back? I know, obviously, it did happen to Magomed Sharapov. No, was it Zabit? Sorry, Zabit Sharapov. Zabit, whatever his last name is. I know that ended up happening to him, and there was another fighter who considered retiring, but then they ended up not. I can't remember who that was, but Chimaev consider antibiotics? I'm sure he has, my man. You know, I'm an Edwards fan, but what do you think of his cardio? Good to see you, Chad, by the way. How does it match up against the rest of the division? I think he's one of the best. I think it's underrated. I think it's very underrated, actually. Listen, I wouldn't say it's the best, but I think it's pretty damn good. You have to be. To be at the top level, you just do. Unless your name's Conor McGregor. Alex is definitely Hall of Fame, but not the GOAT. If he had like 30 fights. Yeah, of course he's Hall of Fame. Listen, we talked about this on the pod as well today. The real kicker is the time he's done it in. 3 years. 2021, he signed to the UFC. And look where he is now. 2-weight champion in 3 years' time. That is unprecedented. And with the amount of little experience he's had in MMA, it makes it even more impressive. You have to give him that. It warrants some merit, right? So, yeah, it's tough. Does he go above Izzy, though? I don't know. Because the lack of title defenses does hurt him. What month do you predict you hit 50K? Adam, that's a good question. What month or like when? I'm assuming you mean like when. Well, my goal for the end of this year was 40K. It was always going to be a boldish goal because I was on... Keep in mind, when I started at the start of this year, I think I was on like 12K or something like that. So, yeah, it's always going to be a tough one. So, you know, that was a big jump. Can I do it? Maybe. Maybe I'll get to 40K at the end of the year. We'll fingers crossed we'll get there, but I'm not going to get my hopes. I think we'll probably hit about 30-something. And 50K, I think I can probably hit 50K early next year. It should be around that. Or like mid, maybe like sort of first half of 2025, I could reliably say. My goal is 100K by the end of 2025, which I know sounds insane, but that's the plan. You got to aim high, man. Even if you don't hit it, you're not going to be disappointed. Do I think Conor's washed? Yeah, I do. Well, he's not washed. That's a harsh word. But washed compared to how he was before, yeah. This is Islam's path to GOAT stats. Tell me if you agree. Beat Arman, then Edwards. I think Leon wins, so do I. Then defend 4 times. Yeah, then easier said than done, though, isn't it, really? Will he get it? I don't think so. But hey, he's already, realistically, he's tied as the lightweight GOAT. 3 title defenses, right? Tied with Khabib. Basically tied with Oliveira if you count the Gaethje fight. So, yeah, it's one more defense and he's the lightweight go. There's not that much competition there. I mean, yeah, you'd have to be. I think the one thing anyone needs to do to be a go, and no one's ever done it, is become a double champion and really sustain a run above. I know DC probably is the closest thing to that because he defended a heavyweight and a light heavyweight after becoming a double champ. It's tough though, right? I don't know. And no one's ever really done it for a sustained period, so we'll see. I do think Alex is above Izzy right now, but one thing I will admit is that most want to is that Izzy is a big reason Alex was able to fast track his way. That's a very good point, Pon. It's a very good point you make there. I mean, but at the same time, you take those opportunities. At the end of the day, it's down to Alex to capitalize on them, and he did emphatically. So it goes both ways, right? It's a very good. It raises a lot of questions, though, right? I agree. If Edwards defends 4 more times and moves up and defends like 3 times, he could be the GOAT as well. Yeah, but you can say that about anybody, right? Because that's a crazy statement, isn't it? I do think maybe if he wins his next fight, maybe another one, then he'll get the double champ shot, and then we'll have to wait and see. Like the stream, Ariane, you know my boy. Thank you for being here. What do you think of Tyrus call out Pantoja? Yeah, I like it, but you got to aim high. But personally, for me, I think he needs maybe one more fight. Flyweight's got a lot of competition right now. Obviously, Kai Kara France in that mix, Amir Albazi, Manel Kape, Mohamed Makayev. I mean, and now Tatsu Retire. There's a lot of names in there. So I like to see maybe one more fight just to clear things up in the division a little bit more, and then we'll see where he goes from there. But I like him a lot. I've been high on him for a long time. Happy to see where he goes. So yeah, but he's a legit dude. Conor did so much for this sport. He's arguably above Khabib, but it's your opinion at the end of the day. I disagree. If we're talking about what he did for the sport, yeah, of course. I will never deny that. It's Conor McGregor. He's the face of the fight game for the very reason, he's Conor McGregor. He is Conor McGregor. That's it. That's all you need to say. But in terms of pure legacy, fighting legacy in the cage, you can't sit here and say he didn't defend his belts once. Yes, he was the first simultaneous double champ. You can't take that away from him. It's an incredible achievement. But the fact he held up the divisions, which I think tarnished him a little bit, never defended the belts, and became a bit of a, Twitter fingers champion rather than in the cage one, in the last stages of his career, inactivity, his losses to Dustin Poirier. I don't tend to hold too much weight in the GOAT status of where they are past their prime because it's a bit harsh, but it's more the manner that Conor McGregor's gone about his way since, reaching his peak, if you will. Good evening, Sons and Virgins. Taking a page out of Colby Covington's book, I see, Phil. Tyrus, so athletic, it's crazy. He's top 5 most athletic people in the UFC. The way he was moving on his back is wild. Yeah, we spoke about that on the pod as well. Incredible athleticism. Some really high-level sort of stuff there in the jiu-jitsu realm that I wouldn't even consider. So nothing wrong with being a virgin, as Volk would say. Indeed, he would. I miss that man. Can't wait to see him back in the cage. I mean, I almost can because I don't want to see him get knocked out again. But hey, that's the game, right? That's the game. GOAT equals prime. Pound for pound equals current. Yeah, okay, I'm with that. I like that actually. Pretty clear. Oh my God. I don't know if you guys get this. Whenever you drink a coffee or like a shit thing with a load of caffeine, I just get an insane, for the first 20 minutes, I get a really insane caffeine come down and I get really fucking tired. That's how I'm feeling right now. And then it hits me and I'm good. I don't know if that's a sign of something bad. Maybe I should stop drinking coffee, but I get that all the time. Could we talk about the Pereira scream when his leg pop? Yeah. I mean, that's the game, isn't it? There you go. There's the first, that's the game of the stream. But it's true, man. Harsh, man. It's I got to the point, where I can't even watch like arm bars, knee bars, any of that shit. Genuinely. Like the one the other week was the Kevin Holland one versus Oleg Zajic. Oh, no, man. I literally covered it with my hand, the screen. I just can't watch them. What's your ranking for most exciting champs based on fighting style? Pereira, Aspinall, Max Holloway, Sean O'Malley, Ilya, Islam, DDP, Jones, Pantoja, Leon. No, I'm putting Pantoja and Leon above Jones. Jones is boring as fuck at heavyweight. Drickers, listen, and that's no disrespect. They're all fun. Listen, I would be happy with any of those in the list, to be honest, because they're all exciting. But I think you have to put Topuria up there a bit higher, personally. Topuria is so exciting to watch, man. Listen, they're all great to watch. We've got some really good champions, in my opinion, all for their different respective reasons. I think Leon's exciting to watch Filio from a technical point of view from the sport. I think he's the most high level. Obviously, if you're looking for excitement and insane knockouts and all that jazz, you're probably not going to get that as much with him. Occasionally he can, but there's different aspects, right? Pereira probably blends both of those together perfectly, as does Tom Aspinall. In my opinion, I'd actually put Aspinall number 1. I think he's more exciting because it's he's just destroying everybody, and he's much more multifaceted. So if it does go to the ground, he's got answers there as well. And for me, that's why he goes above Pereira. But I'd probably put them 1 and 2. Then honestly, I'd probably put Topuria at number 3. When has that guy never had a boring fight? Or when has he had a boring fight? I can't put a finger on one. You don't drink coffee, I don't need it. Yeah, I wish I was at that point. Tony Charles armbar was insane. Oh my god. Don't even remind me, brother. Honestly, that one makes me cringe. That makes me cringe. Honestly, it's vile. You know, he like wraps the arm underneath and then twists up with the hips. Oh god. I don't know how Tony's arm even stayed intact there. In fact, it probably didn't. He just firmed it anyway because he's an absolute madman. I don't know, man. But yeah, that is rough. How is Leon more exciting than Jones? He doesn't have a single notable finish except Kamaru. I agree. That's what I said though. I'm not talking from necessarily a finishing perspective in regards to him. It's more of a case of technical brilliance. I think he's most high level on the feet out of all of them, in my opinion. Sean O'Malley probably a close second. Just striking wise, I think he's just the best. That's where I'm talking about the level of excitement. Because to me, I really get something out of that personally. Even as not a practitioner of like the striking arts, right? That's how I feel about it. Tony's made of American steel. Yeah. You can say that again. He deserves to be number 1 if he wins at 303. If he's talking about, will he be pound for pound number 1? Yeah, I think he has to be, right? Has Adesanya ever been pound for pound number 1? He must have been, right? Actually, I don't know. Surely it was Volk, right? Volkanovski was above him. Then again, Volk was champion after Adesanya, was he not? Just after, unless I'm mistaken. Maybe I'm mistaken. It was very similar times. When was it Robert Whittaker? When was it? Because I know Volkanovski won the belt at 245. I'm pretty sure. Let me double check that. Yes, he won the belt at UFC 245. And when was it was it 241? No. What was UFC 241? No, that was Miocic DC 2. Shit. When did Adesanya beat Whittaker? I want to get... Was it 220? Or was that... No, that's Miocic and Ngannou, wasn't it? Yeah. Fuck. I'm getting it wrong. I'm looking it up. 243. I was close. Close the first time. Yeah, so they're right before. So they were champs around the same time. Sorry, I've just got a message from Will. He's fucking doing some cool shit. Ignore me. All right, sorry. I've got to catch up with the chat here. John ducking Tom plus John's drug addiction plus him and his wife's situation makes me wonder if he actually go. Yeah, I mean, for me, I include being a model champion. You know, you have to be the best inside and out of the cage. And that's why always say Mighty Mouse represents that to a T. Jonathan Jones does not. Volk was pound for pound number 1. Yeah, I'm just wondering if Izzy ever was in his time. UFC top commentators, number 1, Anik, 2, Rogan, 3, Felder. Yeah, Rogan at 2 is criminal. I agree. For me, Anik, yeah, I love Anik so much. He's got to be number 1. Again, he's the play-by-play guy, though. It's different. So you got him, and then you got the analysts like DC, Felder, etc., Cruz. For me, I love Felder. I put Felder at number 2, personally. Listen, I think the better question is who would be my commentary trio. If I had to pick for a fantasy card, whatever, and I could get to pick the trio of commentators as well, I would probably go with, John Anik, Paul Felder. And I love Bisping, but I'd probably throw DC, just because I think DC, sometimes he doesn't do his research, and sometimes he's not the best selling for him, but he always brings the vibes. And you need a bit of that, right? And he banters well with the other guys. So I'd go with Anik, Felder, DC. I think that's the best trio. Sanko I like as well, though. Shout out to Sanko. Rogan can be biased. Yeah, some of them are worse, though. Dominic Cruz, for sure. He's a good example of that. Maybe not most exciting in order. Champs I love to watch. Pereira, O'Malley, Leon, Aspinall, Topuria, Islam Jones, Pantoja. Yeah, I think I personally don't put Pereira that high. I don't know why that is. Obviously, his finishes are great, but in terms of actually to watch his kickboxing, it doesn't resonate with me that much compared to some of the other guys. For me, Aspinall's number 1. His fights are just so exciting because he's just so fast. It's crazy at heavyweight. The contrast makes it so much more exciting to watch when you watch him versus his opponent. O'Malley's great as well. O'Malley's very high up there. Psycho number 1 content. I love her screeching. Yeah, it's fair. She did make a point about not doing that. Think Tom hits and got harder than Ngannou? No, but I don't think it's far apart as people think. Do I think Tom beats Ngannou? Yes, I do. fact, I think he beats him in the exact same way he beat Pavlovich. And the same way Joshua beat Ngannou. That straight 1-2 down the pipe. I can see it. True as the OG, Anik, Rogan, and DC. Nah. I can skip. I can pass with Rogan, honestly. I like him, but nah. Leon is an amazing fighter, but he's the most boring active champ. I mean, that's fair. Listen, it's all subjective, isn't it, right? Rogan number 2 is criminal. Yeah, I wouldn't have Rogan in my dream trio. Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Rogan number 2 is criminal. He should be lower. Who wins Johnny Abram versus Hamzat? I mean, who knows, man? Abram's good, but again, you never really know with guys that come from other promotions until they fight in the UFC, so it's hard to say. But especially, you never know either with where Hamzat's at. He probably won't make the fight, my guy. Down the pipe, pause. Now, that's not a pause moment, bro. That's not a pause moment at all. Yeah, sorry, I'm probably not allowed to say this. I mean, maybe not. Yeah, I don't want to say some news that I just heard from Will, some pretty cool shit. But I mean, can I say? No, I'll ask him. It's pretty cool. But it is when you say it is. Each to their own, my guy. I fell asleep during the Kome last night. Woke up to highlights. Sven, I didn't even watch it, so I watched the highlights, my guy. So don't even worry about that. And listen, I do this as a job, and I don't even care. Fuck that. It was on so late, and I was like, I'm not staying up for a card that this ass. So I didn't bother. And thank God I didn't, because, God, it feels like ever since we got these new gloves, no one's knocking anybody out. There's literally no way anybody in the heavyweight division can outbox Francis. The guy beat Tyson Fury. That's weird logic. It's MMA striking. It's different. I think Aspinall beats him too, but it has to be a submission. I disagree. I think Aspinall could definitely knock him out. I think he could sub him as well. Yeah, I think he's more likely to sub him, but I think he would knock him out personally. If I had to pick that prediction for a fight, I think Aspinall would put him away. Down the pipe sounds bad. I wonder how they react when they hear he's taking him from behind. Yeah, that one's worse. Even though Leon's one of my favorite fighters, I get if you call him boring. Yeah, I agree. But if Strickland is fun, but Leon is boring to you, you're just biased. That is also true. I feel like we never disagree, Chad. Truly. You're on my wavelength, my man. Oof. Oh, man. I'm an achy one. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot. Listen, everyone's subjective. As I said, it depends on what you resonate with, right? In terms of your favorite fighters and what you get out of them. Like, I don't find Strickland particularly exciting to watch, but I like Leon. So what does that make me? Maybe I'm a hypocrite, right? I think Leon's a lot more technically skilled than Strickland is. Not by much, but I think the reason I enjoy Leon more is also probably just because the style of striking is more entertaining to watch. It's more aesthetically pleasing. And it's more dangerous. At the end of the day, Leon has more finishes than Strickland, so if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong there, but he's got a better chance of getting one, right? You ain't ever seen Strickland knocking someone out with a high kick, let alone the pound-for-pound king, right? Like both of them? Yeah, that's fair enough. Same thing goes for you. If you call Strickland boring and Edwards entertaining, then you're contradicting yourself. Yeah, no, I'm sure. I don't like it. I don't actually know. I don't even know if I agree with that. I take it back. Because what I'm saying, because there's different styles. So one might be, you might be consensuously, is that even a word, boring. To the majority, most people might think you're boring. But to me, I find Strickland's style less entertaining than Leon's, even if they both get less finishes, you know? I don't fucking know. We're waffling. Shout out to Uncle Chael for getting another W last night. That shit was marketed horribly. I woke up and just saw highlights of Silva versus Sonnen boxing each other horrendously on my feed. I was like, what the fuck am I watching? My last MMA hot take. I disagree when people say skill goes down the higher you go in weight. The heavier guys have to be more defensively sound because they all hit like trucks. No, that's crazy. I think it's clear the skill level's not as high because you can rely on power at heavyweight. You can't necessarily do that as well in the lower weight divisions. I'm sorry. You only have to look at the talent pool in the heavyweight division to prove that point. The guys, even in the top 15, aren't very good. Past the top 5, a lot of them aren't that good. They're just fat sluggers who get there because they hit like a freight train. And that can carry you so far. Not to a belt, but it will carry you fairly far in the UFC. So, can you imagine if Bilal gets the W against Leon? Yeah, I might have to off myself. How do you feel about Whittaker versus Aliskerov? Yeah, worry for Whittaker. I know he's on a full camp and Ikram's not, but Aliskerov's one of the scariest dudes on the roster right now. Almost no one wants to fight him, so... Sean has way more finishes. Is that true? I don't know. Surely he doesn't. I don't think Sean has that many. Sure, he got the one over... Who was it? Not Imavov, the other guy. The German fella. I can't remember his name. Another Ov or something like that. But that's fair. I would never say Strickland's boring, but love Edwards. I love both styles. Elite strikers. They're both good strikers. I will never deny that. Just one's more entertaining to watch than the other from a technical point of view. Nobody thinks Strickland is fun, lol. The only fun fight he had was against Strickus. The guy talks like he's going to fight like Gaethje, and he's going to have a bloodbath and a war, and it's a boring ass fight. Very true. Very true. The most frustrating thing for me was particularly in the Costa fight, was Strickland's just lack of ability to cut the cage off. He had so many opportunities. He's walking Costa down, and he just let him circle out. And we spoke about the pod as well, how Jiri does so well at the opposite. Whenever Jiri has... I'm holding this marker as a sort of prop. Whenever Jiri has someone on the ropes or he's putting the forward pressure on, he cuts the cage off so well. He did that so well against Rakic. When he had the pressure on and had Rakic on the back foot, he wasn't chasing him. He wasn't following him around. He was cutting off the cage perfectly, right? And I think Pereira does that pretty well too, actually. Bilal wins, I'll cry. I think I may shed a tear as well. For me, I just don't see an avenue for him, but it's MMA, right? It's MMA. I truly believe that Pantoja not even skill for skill, bad as it is, could sub every UFC heavyweight outside the top 5. That is crazy. I don't know about that. Wait, in a grappling competition, maybe. Maybe. Not in pure MMA, though. No. Strickland has 7 finishes. Oh, fair enough, I'll eat my words. How many does Edwards have? How many does he have? He got the one against... No, he didn't finish Gunnar Nelson. He nearly did. Who was the guy? He got one with like a buzzer beater finish. Obviously, he finished Usman. He got that 8-second finish. Maybe he has like 3 or 4. I don't know. I think Rumble would have slept Alex. Yeah, I think Rumble would have slept most guys today. He was terrifying. Probably the best to never win a belt. Because Pereira won a belt. Rumble never did. It's going to be a hot take, but I love the Strickland Adesanya and Costa fights. Just love Edwards just like I loved Edwards Usman 3. That was a way more entertaining fight than the other two. And I'm not just saying that because I was there. I mean, I partially am. But the atmosphere was awesome. So that added it for me, definitely. But I think, for me, the reason, taking that out of the equation, the reason that fight at 286 between Edwards Usman 3 was so much more entertaining than those other two is because the striking was so much more multifaceted. You had everything. Leon brought every tool to the table. He had the knees and the elbows and obviously the hands. You know, so much more exciting. On top of some of the grappling exchanges, the point deduction made things more interesting. Usman with his takedown threats. That fight was so much more multifaceted than those other ones. So, because Strickland Costa was just jab, teep, walk, circle, circle, jab, teep, occasional leg kick from Costa, circle, circle. That was it. That was the entire fight for 5 fucking rounds. Sorry, I know I said this before, but who in their right mind made that 25 minutes? Stupid. Strickland Adesanya was good though. I enjoyed that. I want to see Pereira versus Ankalaev. Yeah, that's his biggest test. But I think I'm pretty sure Ankalaev was offered the fight, but he didn't take it because he wasn't ready. Can't believe Rumble ever made welterweight. Yeah, have you seen that video of his weight cut on the scales? Crazy. Drained as hell. Fair play to him, though. Collatine Leon hit Usman with like 3 times. Yeah, I remember when in that moment, bro, there was, as soon as they separated after that knee and Usman he just sort of nearly went, he like sort of wobbled just that one bit and the whole arena just went mental. It was awesome. Oh, man, what a night. That was so fucking good. I made some good money that night, and I got to enjoy a Brit defending his belt on home soil. What a privilege, man. I think it's because Ankalaev can't fight in the US. Is that true? I don't know if that's true. He's not fucking Abdelaziz, is he? He's not banned from going to other countries, I don't think. Talking UFC finishes? Okay, fair enough. Oh, 10 finishes, including subs. Yeah, Pink. Yeah, he's talking about UFC, I think. I was presuming UFC as well, to be fair. Hot take, I think 303 has gotten better. Yeah, I agree. Overall, with this new co-main event added in there, I love it. And I'm really excited. Again, MVP and Gary. No one's talking about that matchup. I think it's great. Let's hope Leon and Tom get it done. It'll be amazing. Yeah, I really wish I was going. I really do. But, I mean, I still could. Fuck it. The ticket's probably all gone now, but real talk. Let me have a look how much resale tickets are going on. Are you ready for this, guys? Should we find out? This is how much UFC UK fans get absolutely fleeced. I know these are on resale, but still, they're not much cheaper. They're never much cheaper when they're sold at retail price. So, oh my God. Okay, they've gone up. Wow. Holy fuck. What the hell? Normally they go down the closer to the event. Right, so these are platinum tickets. They aren't even resale, which means nothing. They're basically just upping the price. Hang on a minute. Let me get this up again. 1 minute. Not resale. I mean, I want resale. God, fuck Ticketmaster. They make this shit awful. All right, cheapest tickets you can get that are available. Let's have a look. Wow, holy fuck. Cheapest tickets, £600 each. These are inflated prices, to be fair, but they were retailing, I think, about 400. Like, for the decent seats. So cheapest probably in the 300s. We get dicked as UK fans. It's not fair, man. Isn't it weird that a bunch of Russian fighters have problems fighting in the US? No, not really. It's geopolitics, isn't it? That's it at the end of the day. They probably haven't done nothing wrong, but it's just the tensions between the countries. That's it. Really hope Tom doesn't rush in like he did before. No, I think he'll find the chin. I think he'll knock him out, to be honest with you. I think he'll knock Curtis Blades out in the first round. In my opinion, logic dictates for me. I don't think... Listen, if I was going to pick a first-round win, it would have to be by knockout. I think Blades is savvy enough to manage on the ground, at least for a bit. Even if I do think Aspinall would sub him, I don't think it would be straight away. I think Tom will knock him out early. I do. I think if Pavlovich did it, I don't like using MMA math. Pavlovich found his chin, and he's a far less technical and far less quicker striker. That's not even the right grammar, but you know what I'm saying. I think Aspinall will put him away early. And people talk about how saying Curtis Blades was piecing Tom up in that first 10 seconds. Go watch it back in slow-mo. Curtis doesn't even touch his chin once. 303 was just riding O'Connor's return. Now they actually had to make a good card. Yeah, real. Apparently Trump was on Logan Paul's podcast and said Khabib is a great guy, very good friends with Putin. I mean, I wouldn't say... I doubt Khabib is now. I'm sure he's distanced himself a little bit from Putin, you know, when you take everything into account. But... You just said you earn 2K a month, bro. Stop to bag 600 on it, brother. Yeah, but that doesn't include one, if I was getting 2 tickets, because I wouldn't go on my ones. 2, I'd have to pay for trains, which would be a shit ton of money, and accommodation as well. I'm not spending well over $1,000 of my money just to go to 304. It's just not worth it. So no, I could, but I don't want to. And also, that's on a good month, my guy. That's on a good month. Can Ilya KO Max? Yes, of course he can. You know how much power he holds. I don't need to tell you that, Predator. Of course he can. I know it's Max Holloway, but it's also Ilya Topuria. But I think Max could beat him equally. It's a very close fight. This is tough. Sean O'Malley and Max Holloway, I've said this, Ilya Topuria's toughest fights because of their range and their style. UFC comes around, I'm willing to put down at least $800 for seats, so like £600. Shit. I mean, for multiple seats, yeah. I mean, 286 was really fucking expensive as well. But that was my set. I've only been to 2 events, so you know it was worth it for me. But again, I'm not gonna. The difference was they were in London, so I didn't have to pay for accommodation or travel. I just could get the 20-minute train, and I'm at the O2. No, well, I'm in London, and then it's about 45 minutes to get to the arena. You know what I mean? So it's a completely different ballgame. And trains in the UK are so expensive, so it just ain't worth it. I remember Jones was speaking some bullshit about how Aspinall was getting pieced up. Fuck that guy, man. Fuck John Jones. I'll let it be fucking known. Fuck John Jones. I'll say it again. God, I hate that guy now. Especially he's just Twitter champion, bro. Shut up. Because you know full well he's going to fucking fight Stipe and retire. And I am salty about it. I'll be open. I'm salty as fuck about it because the UFC are enabling that shit, man. So stupid. They could strip him. If they could force him to fight Tom, and if he says no, they strip him. I'd be like, okay, that's fine. But they're not doing that, and they're making him fight some 42-year-old washed fella who, no disrespect to Stipe, but he's fucking 42. Like, come on, man. That's all that needs to be said, isn't it, really? Oh, my God. Sorry for the rant, but I've said it so many times, but it just pisses me off. Surprised Ilya couldn't finish Emmett. Emmett's got a good chin, to his credit. He's got a good chin. What's up, Joshua? Always bring the energy, my man. How you doing? Emmett is a dog, though. Yeah, he is. Ilya usually KOs his opponents when he gets them backed up against the fence. I'm not sure he's going to do that with Max. It's a tough one, isn't it? I mean, it takes 2 to tango, right? Who can enforce their game plan the best? That's really what it comes down to. That's how expensive UFC events are now. Went to Bisping latest for £40. Ed, I wish I was an MMA fan back then. I know, different ball game. But again, that just shows you how big the sport is, not just in the UK, but globally. It's really just... It's so difficult to crack the international markets in the same way that UFC has done it. So credit to them, but at the same time, fuck them for making the ticket prices as expensive as they are. They're just pricing fans out of it like crazy, and it sucks. But hey, that's what you get when you're only here once or twice a year. Listen, if they did more events in the UK, I'm sure they'd be cheaper. So hopefully one day we get that. I'd like to see that become more of a regular thing. I'm sure that's their plan long term because obviously they're much more grounded in the US, but obviously they have just opened a new PI. Is it in Japan? They've just opened that? I could be wrong. It's somewhere in Asia. Again, forgive me for getting that wrong. And I believe somewhere else as well, in Europe maybe. So it just shows you where they're looking at planning it. So I'm sure when Dana White steps down, I think what they'll probably do is we're going to have different sort of networks of the UFC, different areas. So you're going to have events across the globe all the time with all sorts of fighters, all the setting the regional promotions in different countries, and it's just going to be everywhere. And I love the idea of that. Does fighting Stipe mean anything at this point? I mean, it is Stipe Miocic. He is the greatest heavyweight of all time, and that's the selling point they're using, but it doesn't mean as much now. And anyone who says otherwise is lying. They are. That's just it, man. What if you spend the 1K of 304 and Tom gets chin, and Leon gets chin, and Bilal screams, fuck the UK on the mic, worth the cash or no? I don't need to answer that. Oh, God, imagine, bro. To be honest, I have complete faith that both those guys will get it done. Tom and Leon, of course, I'm referring to. Yeah, I'm biased, but skill for skill, I think they're miles better than their opponents. So I stand by. Aspinall will go down as the greatest heavyweight, and Leon potentially could do it at welterweight. He's got a much harder job because he's got GSP to contend with, but I'm very confident. In fact, I bet a lot of money that Tom will have the most title defenses at heavyweight ever by the time he's retired. Let the old men fight it out? No. Give John Jones Tom Aspinall. That's the only answer. You follow the logic of combat sports, which has been for generations. If you have an interim champion, you fight the undisputed champion. You unify the belts. You sort it out. You don't do this stupid political game where you got one guy pussyfooting around it, ducking the guy he should be fighting. That's what's happening, and it shouldn't be. Hit the like. Joshua knows. Hit the like button, everybody. Do it for the vibes. If not, just because you like my shit. Steve is going to need a cane on his walkout at this rate. Fucking hell. Crazy, innit? Fucking crazy. What other places in the UK, not including London and Manchester, would you like the UFC to go to? Me, Bradford. I mean, they were in Nottingham once upon a time. I actually believe... I'm really testing my knowledge here, but I'm pretty sure... I know Dan Hardy fought... Who did he beat there? Dan Hardy knocked someone out or something in Nottingham, but I'm pretty sure it was Stefan Struve versus Stipe Miocic. Stefan Struve knocked out Stipe Miocic in Nottingham. Back in the day. Plug the pod, Leo. Yeah, actually, fuck it, I will. It's on 9. I don't know if actually the episode's actually out. Did the episode drop? I was waiting on Will to upload it, so that's on his... That's down to him. Okay, it's not up yet, but the new episode should be out in pretty soon. But if you aren't subscribed, go subscribe to the podcast channel. We're 1 off 100. So if you want to be the 100th subscriber, there's your opportunity right there. First Ilya fight I saw when he turned Ryan Hall into Silly Putty. Yeah, I bet on Ryan Hall in that fight. And Ryan never did. And then after that, I never did again. I never bet on Ryan Hall again. In fact, I bet against him pretty much every other time. So there you go. He already fought Garn. Yeah, I know. So Tom Aspinall was the interim champion. You have to fight the interim champion. That's how it's always been. Jones fans defending him, blatantly ducking Tom and calling out Pereira because of legacy. Exactly. It's like saying Dominic Cruz deserves a shot 135. Agreed. Does the Mexican mullet smoke Ortega? I think he does, my man. I think he does. I really do. I think he puts him away. As good of a chin as Ortega has, I think he puts him away. If the UFC want a relevant experience, they should go to Bradford or Coventry. Fucking imagine, bro. Imagine. Yeah, UFC Grimsby, mate. Run it. At this point, more people are going to remember John ducking Aspinall even if he beats Stipe. I wish that was true, but I don't think it will be. I'm not picking it, but I have a weird feeling a Whittaker gets touched and does a moonwalk and gets TKO'd by Ikram. Yeah, I agree. And I love Whittaker, and as I said this, I really hope I'm wrong with that prediction. But if I was going to go with what I logically think would happen, I have to go with Ikram. He's just very fucking good. He's very good. But he can't be chinned. Didn't Hamzat chin him, right? With the brutal K, that was against Ikram, wasn't it? Let me double check that. Someone's probably going to say it in the chat before I even find out. But was it against Ikram that he knocked out? Yeah, that is a beauty. He knocked him out with that beautiful uppercut, and that's his only loss on his record. He's good. He's good. I like Whittaker a lot though, so I'm just backing that guy to win. I love Bobby Knuckles, man. Shout out to him. He's one of my favorite fighters. But I'm a man of principle. At this point, more people are going to remember John Duck. Oh, I already read that. Is Saudi Fight Week tomorrow? No. Oh, Fight Week. Yeah, right. It is. Picks for 303. For me, Pereira KO, Lopez KO, Olberg KO. A lot of KOs. MVP decision, Piper KO, Feely by decision. I picked Jiri Prochazka on the pod, and this was with no confidence. I just have it when I visualize the fight that Jiri wins. I don't know why. Pereira will probably knock him out. In fact, I think he has a very good chance of doing so. It's a pick and fight. It really is. Because they're both so unpredictable. When anyone's fighting Jiri, it's going to be unpredictable. But I'm going with Jiri because I like him. But yeah. Also, plans for videos in a couple of weeks. My next 2 videos before I do the rest of the predictions. If Pereira wins, I'll probably do a Pereira career retrospective. Because I did a video before, but I feel like I can do it justice better. Now, especially now. And if he loses, I'll probably do a video on Makhachev in something, or Poirier, or the rivalries video. I don't know, something like that. I'm still picking Rob by decision. I hope so. Never bet on Whittaker do Suchini. Yeah, I agree. MVP carrying Ian. He could. I think I've got MVP winning that fight. I have Olberg winning. But don't rule out Anthony Smith either. You know what he's like. Lopez, I've got him with the KO as well. Jury will chat his way to victory. Imagine, bro. That would be. I mean, that's how he does it, man. He disregards any rules of fighting. He just says, "I'm gonna win now." Olberg KO. Yeah, I can. Hopefully, I love Olberg a lot. I'm very high on him. How is Jury's leg after 300? Because he doesn't give a shit. It doesn't matter. His leg's fine, I'm sure. He just ignores any leg damage and just says, I don't care. I'm going to walk you down. It will not be a perfect storm, but it will be a storm. That is very true. MVP by straight up kick. It could be a very boring fight. Could be a staring contest, but it could be great as well. We never really know what you're going to get with MVP. That goes for any of his fights, right? Go on paper by Gilly Goose of Olberg. Watch this space. What the fuck is this Gilly Goose bullshit I'm hearing? It's like this crafty vets and shit. All these terms I'm hearing. What the fuck is it? Oh, it's pipsqueaks and shit. What the fuck is this? New MMA slang. I don't understand it, man. My duration of watching the UFC, Pereira's been the best addition to the UFC, saved the middleweight division and the light heavyweight division, and beat 4 champions. He is great, isn't he? He is one of the best. He's just, as I said earlier in the stream, the time frame he's done it in is just unprecedented. It's fucking nuts. It is fucking insane when you really deep it. Whittaker was pulling Michael Jackson level dance routines when Yoel touched that chin. I raise you Kevin Lee versus Edson Barboza. I think that one ups it personally. Bro was doing the jig. He was dancing all over the gaff. Gilly Goose Gang. Yeah, what is that? Justin posts his big meaty hooks on his fucking that shit as well. It's all Lucas Tracy's doing. God damn it, man. Fuck's sake. One normal day in the MMA community. That's what I asked for. Hang on, adjust my headband. Hold on, boys. And my hair, mind. And the focus. Can we focus? There we go. No, we're not focused. Sweet one. Mine's looking weird today. There we go. UFC needs to come back to Newcastle. My parents wouldn't take me last time. How do you rate BJ Penn? He fought on that card a long time ago. What fight was... I mean, mate, again, it's before my time. But BJ Penn, it's a career retrospective. I think he's underappreciated. Yes, his downfall, was pretty harsh. In fact, he has the second longest losing streak, right, ever, behind Tony Ferguson. Or does it match Tony Ferguson's? I think it might be tied. And obviously, and you look at where he's gone downfall-wise, but for his time, he was unbelievable. I mean, listen, you got to put this into perspective. Outside of MMA, right? How mad is this, right? He got his black belt, I believe, in a year and a half. It might be, or maybe just over that. That is absolutely insane. And not just from some dojo. It was, I don't know where he trained, but it was legit. It's BJ Penn, of course it's legit. He was tapping out black belts and comp in like the high-level comps, with like less than a year's training. This guy was unbelievable. He was the prodigy for a reason. And of course, in MMA and the UFC, he was incredible for his time. First two-weight champion, right? If I'm not mistaken. He's that guy. Very good in his day. Gotta go play some games with my friends. All love, my man. Have a good one. Thank you for being here, Arian. Kevin Lee was doing the worm. Yeah. Smith Roundtree. Nah. Kevin Lee was more chicken dance. The wobble is literally the cartoon version of slipping on skates. Yeah, I'm pretty sure someone's done an edit of that. Thoughts on Fight Fairy and other female MMA YouTubers? I saw something about her for the first time. I didn't know who she was until someone mentioned her. I think the more the better. I think there's not enough. Yeah, it sucks. We don't get enough female representation in we do in the sport. I actually think UFC do a very good job of that, as much as people like to critique and criticize. But in content creation, there's definitely a need for more. But at the same time, I think on the grand scheme of things, we're very early into MMA and the UFC being a sort of niche for YouTube in terms of individual content creators like myself, like guys like Tracy, Guru, and Shea, and all of these new guys. I think we're really at the start of that journey. It's very new. Over the last year and a half, it's exploded, right? So it's good to see it now. Hopefully we see more of them soon. The more the better, absolutely. She had no energy and charisma. I mean, I haven't seen her stuff, so I don't know. But I think, again, that's fair. That's a fair criticism. I think you judge people on their stream, the way they present themselves, the way they are. I think that's important, right? But yeah, it's a good thing. The more the better. I think that goes for any sort of niche, anything. You need good representation, especially in a sport which is, let's be real, it's male dominated. My YouTube audience analytics will tell you that it's like 95% male, but that's not surprising. It's MMA, right? But that's what I'm saying. It's good when you get female representation. It's good. And if anyone calls that simping, you're dumb. It's just, it's a good thing. Who does the best Irish jig and wobbled? I have to put Whitaker up there as much as I love him. Phil Horse, yeah, they don't count. Yeah, Kevin Lee is probably my favorite. Christine, what's up, my brother? Have you ever thought of collabing with Hoppero, another Brit with a very similar subcount? I don't think he's British, isn't he? Isn't he? I know him. Yeah, he's killing it right now. Let me just double check. Is he British? Oh, he is British, isn't he? Yeah, my bad. I mean, maybe collab with him again. We're in different lanes, my man. That's the thing. Like, we're in completely different lanes, so I don't know. He's killing it though. It's tough, isn't it? It's tough. We are just in different lanes of YouTube. We're still in MMA, but we just do different stuff. I don't know how I would even. I'd be more than happy to collab on other people's channels, but I wouldn't use them for my content unless it was similar to what I do, right? So guys like Academic, Patrick Avila, Lana Rivera, I'm sure I'd get on at some point if I did a really long video, but I wouldn't. I'd be more than happy to collab with other people on their channels because I can just sort of fit my shit into anything. But yeah, I mean, I'm down, man. In fact, fuck it. If he's got Instagram, I'll follow him. I haven't actually contacted him, and I know. I mean, I'm in good network with a few UK creators, so why not? I'll let me reach out to him now. Leo Cooper MMA on Instagram. If you don't follow me on there, go check it. Where's he actually at? He's probably on here, right? Is he on Instagram? I can't find him. I guess not. Huh. Well, maybe he's got Twitter or some shit. I'll find him, right? Fight business, yeah. I maybe reached. I think I reached out to him a while back. I don't know if he responded to me. Maybe I just commented on his YouTube video. I looked to reach out to him. I don't know. To be fair, I don't think he's like huge in that game. I'm not actually sure. But he's done some cool shit. He interviewed Charles the Bronx, bro, on Full Violence. Yeah, he's a bit of a beast. I like what he's doing, man. TFB's a goat. Way Chin's work is crazy. I know, man. It's weird, isn't it? It's just there's a weird science to it. I don't know I wish there was some. I'd like to see if there was a study into like a brain study into how that works. Would you be upset if Jury wrestled Alex for 5 rounds? No, not really. It's a smart game plan. Is it not? He tried to do it in the first fight. So who knows, man. But yeah, if you guys have any other content creators you'd like me to collab with, hit me up with it. I'd like to. Honestly, the more the better. I love networking. I think it's important to network with people and communicate with people in this game because the reality is YouTube is a very solitary. It's a very solitary experience for the most part. For the most amount of creators, it's a very singular role, right? You don't have a lot of contact with people in terms of your actual workflow. So it's nice to be able to communicate and work with other people because it's not, it's not the norm. So if you guys have any suggestions for that, I'm down. I'm down. So hit me up with it. T-Fug about breaking another record. I know. The 0-8, it's coming, right? It has to be coming. Collab off camera with 5-8. Nah, bro, none of that. To be fair, yeah, I only really found out about literally today. I just saw her name pop up. Someone mentioned her today or the other day. But fair enough. Yeah, I mean, as I said, the more the better. She's doing well. Where is she from? Oh, she's American. She looks British. I don't know. She just looks British. Only my goat can go 0-8 for real. Mike Perry, Jake Paul thoughts. I'm glad it's a good test actually for Jake. If it was a bare knuckle, I'd much appreciate it more. Collab with Tony Ferguson, imagine. Mike Paul, I don't know who that is. Well, let me have a look. That better not be bait, bro. I swear to God. I feel like you've just baited me. I'm so confused. You baited me, haven't you? Have you baited me? They got excited thinking she was British. No, no, don't do that, brother. No. They're just saying we don't have enough British content creators around MMA, I mean. There's not enough. There's not enough of us, my man. No, I ain't doing that. Shut up. No. Come on, guys. Behave yourselves. Have some fucking dignity in this chat. Would you the Irish jiggle just get switched off? I don't know. I don't know if my chin would be good. I did get like laid out with I didn't get like not unconscious, but I had a fucking major concussion when I was a kid from like a head-to-head collision, and then my head smashed on the concrete, and I was like levitating and shit. It was fucking crazy. Obviously, I wasn't, but I was seeing shit like crazy. It's like when the guys get knocked out and they're just like looking down at their fucking legs because they don't know what the fuck is going on. So you're not out cold, but I got fucked up, bro. Collab with Zuckerberg. I would. Fuck it. Why? I would definitely do that. 99% of MMA content creators I watch is UK based. Really? And you live on the East Coast? Bro, we do it best, my man. You know it is. Nah, I mean, there's just a lot more of the US. It makes sense. It's a US sport at its heart. There's no shame in admitting that. But again, we're seeing a rise of UK content creators like myself and other people. So I can't complain, man. So guys like Hopero, it's great. Can't complain, man. It's great. I'm happy to be part of that wave. And in the grand, as I said, in the grand scheme of things, we're at the forefront, right? Early days. Listen, I always say this is a 10-year plan. Just think about where this channel's going to be in 10 years' time. Does that not excite you? Well, it fucking excites me. So, UK made content creators underrated. I don't know. Listen, clip the grin. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I do not care. But yeah, if you have any other content creators you want me to work with, hit me up. I would love to know, because honestly, trying to network. There we go. Think Tyra thinks for the fights for the title next? No. I think he needs one or two more fights. As I said this earlier, I think with the depth at flyweight in that top 5-10 area, you need a couple of fights to clear it up. Collab with Rogan. I'd love to go on JRE, man. That'd be awesome. Listen, I might not agree with a lot of what Rogan says about certain politics and shit, and, you know, he's misinformed on a lot of things, but he's, you know, overall, I like the dude. You know, he's willing to listen, so at least there's that. And that's more than we can say about a lot of people in today's age, you know. Who would you match Tyra with right now? Kaikar France. I like that. That just as stylistically, that's awesome, right? That'd be a great fight. That's such a fucking good fight, wouldn't it? Isn't it? Joshua Van. Yeah, that's good as well. I like that too. Listen, flyweight's great, man. I fucking love flyweight. What a shame it would have been if they did end up shutting it down. Isn't that crazy that nearly happened? Crazy. Channel ain't going to survive another 10 years because of stream chat? What do you mean? What does that mean, bro? What the fuck does that even mean? No, they want to keep the undefeated fighters away from each other till they get some hype. Yeah, I mean, that's the smart way to do it. The boxing do that, but they just go way too overboard with it. Sega's fighting Kaikora. Is he? That's bullshit. I mean, I'm happy to be proven wrong because that's a great fight. I know he called him out, isn't he? I don't think... Is it a 305? I know that there's rumors of it. Nothing's confirmed, right? I don't know too much about that, my guy. Rumored. Okay, there you go. I mean, I'll be happy for that too. I think Urseg needs... give Urseg one... Listen, he's a punch away from getting that title, so give him one fight. If he wins it, give him another shot. This stream chat going to get bait? You're saying something outrageous to get you banned? Nah, I'll be all right. Anyway, even if they did ban me for that, I'm sure YouTube would be able to understand and fucking rescind it. Most athletic people I've seen in the UFC ever are O'Malley, Leon, Tyra, Oliveira, Khabib, and DJ. DJ has to be up there. That guy is insane. So multifaceted. It's the guys who are able to just do every discipline to the T. They're the best. O'Malley really does look like he's doing it effortlessly at Bantam. Yeah, it's great. He's just beautiful to watch on the feet, man. Artistic. Artistic and autistic. Yeah. Honestly, that performance over Chito Vera was just so good to watch. Pure striking artistry. And credit to Tim Welch for really just honing that. What a coach he is. Unbelievable. Great analyst as well. His knowledge of the game is so good. 305 card, what would you want to see? Who's on it right now? Is that the Marab O'Malley one? 305 in the sphere, or is that 306? Is there anything announced for that? No, there isn't. What the fuck is 306 then? I don't know. Listen, guys, I'm so bad at keeping on top of this. I'm going to ask a few more things. I'm going to have to jump off because I actually have to dash pretty soon. But most autistic fight, Islam. It's the best base for MMA. Whoever it is, it's the best base for MMA. I always say that. Jiri Prochazka, probably. He's up there, right? I don't think Islam's not far. But it's got... Yeah, there you go, Jojo. You know him, my man. It's got to be Jiri. He's got to be up there. It's like hyper-focusing onto... You're very passionate about specific things, and for him, it's samurai. It's being a samurai. And following the Bushido code. That is textbook. Textbook. People don't talk about DJ hitting an actual body lock into a slam, into a jumping armbar. You fucking suplexed him into an armbar, my man. That's my favorite submission of all time, probably. It's just unbelievable. No, the thing is, what shows you how good that is no one's even like come close to even considering doing that again since ever. Unbelievable. Shout out to Ray Borg, by the way, for staying in that armbar as long as he did and nearly getting out of it to his credit. But man, I'm just thinking back on that. What a fucking submission. Just saw a video 5 minutes of Islam Makhachev being autistic. There you go. Has to be your favorite sub? Yeah, it has to be, my man. I mean, what others would there even be? I mean, I'm probably missing something glaring. Realistically, I am. I mean, I love a fucking triangle. Diego Lopez's flying triangle. I know it's probably not like, there's probably better ones, but I love that triangle against, name's not coming to mind. Whoever that was against. That was a beautiful sub. Said you can't watch arm bars, but now you're saying it's your favorite sub. Yeah, but that's because it was different. It was different, you know. It is very special, but like it does. I say I can't watch arm bars. I do watch them, but it just makes me cringe, you know. Twisters are cool, yeah. Is that tapping Charles? Yeah, I'm not huge on the arm triangle, to be honest with you. Not really huge on it. In terms of to watch, great submission though, very effective. Silver subbing Sun, yeah, great shout. Diaz's omoplata. That was in Pride though, right? Was that against Takanori Gomi? Was it who was it against? I always get. Was it Sakuraba? Not Sakuraba. Who the fuck was it? It was Takanori Gomi, right? The Goga Plata? Sakuraba, get the names mixed up. Yeah, Takanori Gomi. I was right. Yeah, Goga fucking Plata. Yeah, sorry. Thoughts on Messi's primary prof? Yeah, funny but stupid. People always talk about DJ fighting fans, which first off is over-exaggerated, and second it's so easy to do on cans. Oh, cans, you mean? Why do people do it on cans more? Yeah, exactly. It's a skill, my guy. Well, go on, my G. Wolf, you always come in at the worst time, man. I'm about to jump off. Because what was Goga Plata? Did I not say Goga Plata? Oh, you said Omoplata. Yes, sorry, I just read what you said. Yeah, it's a Goga Plata. Yeah. I've tried to, honestly, I tried even drilling one of those and I couldn't even do it. It's so fucking hard. Inverted and flying triangles, yeah. Oh, no, there you go. Davey Grant against the Sun Sao. That was my favorite sub from last year. What a submission that was. Spinning, back-fisted him into the sus, and knocked down the Sun Sao, and then and then fucking jumped over him, inverted triangles him. Crazy. Black belt Pereira going to sub Jury by left hook sub in the first round. Imagine. Yeah, left hook sub. That's how it's done. So on the bite, just got back. It's all good. Yeah, sorry. I am streaming an hour earlier than usual, so you'd actually be on normal time if it was on a normal stream. But I had to stream an hour early because of the football, which kicks off in about an hour, so I got to get ready and go. But yeah, I am going to jump off, guys. I really do appreciate you being here. It's been a little bit less people today, but that's okay, man. We have the ups and downs, but listen, you guys are the faithful. You're all here, and I appreciate you every time you tune in. And even when you don't, I know you love my shit, and I love you for it. So thank you all for that. Be safe. Have a good morning, evening, night, afternoon, wherever you're at in the world. We're going to pod. We'll be out later today. Hopefully soon. It's down to Will. That's not down to me. Stream again on Tuesday, Thursday, and video again on Friday. Have a good one, everybody. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you. And I'll see you soon. Peace. I always miss the stream button. I always miss the end stream button. All right. See you later.